Hey guys, welcome back, your boy Lomax here, and as you can probably hear today, I'm feeling extremely ill. So I thought I'd bring you my honest review of the Adidas Glitches. For those of you who don't know, the Adidas Glitches are an exclusive UK-based concept boot available through invite only into the community. Today I'll be reviewing the starter pack that you're required to buy when you first get the Glitches, and stick around to the end of the video to find out how to win yourself a Glitch invite code. So without further ado, we start with the inner sole. When you first put on the inner sole, it can be quite tricky to maneuver. They even say on the Adidas Glitch tutorial video that they can be quite hard to put on, but once you try a couple of times you get more confident with the procedure and you realise that the material's not going to break or come apart when you stretch it. This is the way I find easiest, by stretching the foot hole out wide, getting your toes as far in as you can and using your fingers at the back like a shoehorn to slide your heel in place. Adidas do provide you with a shoehorn, but I find it easier just to use your fingers in this case. Overall, the compression inner is like nothing I've ever experienced before. I could only really compare it to a thick, comfortable sock that hugs around your foot. The little dimples here that you see on the outside provide lockdown and traction once the inner is in place. Due to having relatively wide feet, I chose my normal UK size 11. This gave me a little bit of a toe gap, but also a great comfortable feel all across the midfoot. Seeing as I could probably fit a 10.5 in a wider model of boot, it might be wise to go a half size up if you have wide feet like me. One criticism of the inner is the method to put on the outer skin after having already put on the inner shoe is actually extremely difficult, and this can actually be quite risky, as if you were to misplace your foot, as you can see the sharp studs on the bottom of the inner could actually press against the material, causing damage or even break through if you were to try and step into the boot. So I would highly recommend putting the inner into the outer first, as then putting the boots on will feel more like putting on the compression sock. Now onto my choices for outers. Firstly, I went with the Triple Y FG Shadow Pack with the leather toe box. This by far was the better of the two uppers. The leather toe box was extremely thin and comfortable, and did manage to produce the same sort of quality and touch that you would expect from a leather boot, but while staying extremely lightweight and very flexible. The iridescence on the Soleplate is a cool feature, but take lots of pictures, as this is the sort of wear you would see after 1-2 hour session. That's all I've played in these, and as you can already see, it's mostly just white on the bottom now. Only on the very inside of the forefoot and heel is there still any sort of iridescent design left. So my only criticism of this particular skin would be that the iridescent is not permanent. I wish they could find a permanent feature, and I hope that Adidas are looking into that. The synthetic upper half of the boot was also much tighter and better fitting than the other SG model I got, the black model, and provided excellent lockdown as well as a near skin-like feeling, almost as if you were playing in socks. The FG had no problem on a damp pitch, so the traction is really good. I experienced absolutely no heel slippage and had a nice amount of room in the toe box for extra flexibility. I did experience a small amount of pain in the heel, but only after about 2 hours of play, which is probably expected from newer boots that haven't quite gone through the break-in period yet. Secondly, I went with the soft ground black messy upper from the Mirage pack. This features an all synthetic upper with NSG grip. The synthetic on the boot is considerably looser than that of the triple white version, and allows for a bit more breathing room and flexibility. There's not really much to say about the sole plates, as they do their job extremely well. I never had any problems with traction or pain in the sole plate area. I think the stud layout is great, it's nice and aggressive, it gives you excellent grip on many different surfaces. It definitely works in damp pitch conditions and wet weather, and my personal advice would be to get one FG model and one SG model, seeing as paying the $250, essentially you're getting two boots for the price of one with this Glitch starter pack deal. And I think the wisest decision is to probably go one SG model and one FG model, as then you have the ability to swap out and change whatever happens during a game, during a training session. If the weather changes, you always have that choice, that flexibility, that laceless upper, and the ability to swap and change whenever you want, and I really think that is one of the biggest selling points about the Glitches. As you can see, the boot is so dark that it's actually quite hard to know when you've gotten the mud off it. I did not even realise until looking back at this footage that this boot was still even muddy. So make sure you give your Glitches a great clean after each session, otherwise they could stain. The synthetic on this black edition is nothing to shout about. However, it does stretch well and never cause any obstruction, uncomfort or difficulties. The messy skin upper is definitely the best thing about this boot. I think it's a great idea for Adidas to bring a pro model skin over from another range and bring it in and incorporate it into the glitches. Bringing the skin over from the messy models is a great way to incorporate other Adidas products into this glitch range, and I actually have a future video coming up which will be looking at some possible future concept Adidas glitch designs and some that I've designed myself. I think it would be a really good idea if Adidas could bring back some of their retro designs, maybe the Predator range, maybe the F50 range, use some of those old technologies mixed in with the new glitch and cool retro designs, and I think they would be a bestseller. Personally, I think this would be the best way to improve the glitches. I think Adidas could really explore this idea. They could go back and look at some of their older discontinued models, fan favourites like the Predators, the Nitro Charges, the F50s, and they could incorporate some of these older technologies, especially now that we're seeing the leather toe boxes, which would really go along with some of those old Predator models. Okay, so Bing went for the yellow Mirages with the Adidas skin alongside the standard synthetic white with the reflective upper. He ran with his regular UK size 9s and also found some pain in the midfoot area, but again only after about 2 hours of play. So we're yet to see if that is something more serious, or what I expect is it's just that the boots have not been properly broken in yet. We've only played one session with them so far, so I am presuming this is the case, but I will keep you updated. There's probably going to be a future glitch opinion video, so we can really start to see the difference between the glitches out the box after the first session and after 2 months of good wear time. Overall, the glitches are just that bit more than a football boot. The fact that it's UK exclusive, laceless, interchangeable, combines technologies from different Adidas ranges, or invite only, relatively limited edition. I think purchasing the glitches really is a unique experience, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is thinking of buying these. I've had a lot of comments worrying about the size and fit of the Adidas glitches, but what's great is they come with a 2-week try-on period where you can order them, have them sent to you, you can try them on, see if they fit. If they fit out the box, they're gonna fit you in the long run. They are one of the most comfortable out-the-box boots on the market right now, so if they are gonna fit you, they're probably gonna fit you straight out the box. But as I said, that 2-week try-on period really is a great feature from Adidas, as not everyone is gonna fit these boots. So you're given that chance to make your final decision, but I really think if you do opt to go for these boots, you're just going to fall in love with them like I did as soon as you bring them out the box. They are the best football boots I've ever worn, hands down. They give you a skin-like feeling unlike no other boot I've ever worn. They're extremely lightweight, extremely thin. You feel like you have a great clean contact on the ball, there's no variability there, and that is essentially because the strike area is actually the whole boot. I also have to commend Adidas on this movement. I think it's a really great idea to build a community around pro football boots that isn't necessarily what you would normally see with major superstars advertising, big football names. This has really been an inside job from Adidas, building the glitches up from nothing into a supportive community and giving people around the UK a chance to be a part of a revolutionary football movement. In my personal opinion, I would like the glitches to stay UK based, as I feel like no other company in the football market is doing something as innovative as this. Not to mention Adidas just smashing up the laceless range at the moment, which I feel is the future of football. I can't see any problem without having laces, as the lockdown I've experienced firsthand is amazing, and the technology is only going to get better over the years, so my recommendation is to jump on Glitch now while it's hot. Get your code, get your starter pack, the future looks bright, there's only going to be more skin drops, there's only going to be more inner drops, and this latest technology really is only going to get better. It can't go backwards from here, and if it's already at this pro level after only I think 2 or 3 releases, I can't wait to see what the future glitch packs are going to be like. So this has been my honest review of the Adidas glitches. Thank you very much for listening and putting up with my bungy ill voice. To win the code this week, all you have to do is subscribe and comment which British player you would like to see debut the glitches in the Premier League. Thanks for watching guys, as always, I've been your boy Lomax, I'll see you in the next one, peace.